Hi, everybody.
Hello there.
I'm Jerry.
And I'm Linda.
We're the Newcomers. You know, each year we try to put together some sort of list of numbers of expenses here in the villages. One thing we often get from viewers is, why don't you add up a grand total? And today we're going to do that for you. So this is one of the most important videos we'll do this year. And it's going to be minus a lot of the slapstick and comedy.
Yeah.
So try to hold it down.
No bloopers. These are real numbers.
These are numbers that we hope you will find helpful when you're deciding if you can move to the villages. What we did was take all our bills and we calculated how much each month would cost us. And we're going to give those numbers to you. Starting with the biggest ones. The biggest number is amenity fee. That's the biggest regular monthly payment that we have. That's $189 for us each month. Now, I know you're going to say, but wait, what about our car payment and what about our house payment? Well, we can't list those numbers because we have no idea. We have no idea what your house payment would be. We have no idea what your car payment would be. We have no idea how much you're going to cruise or take vacations.
Yes.
So we're going to tell you the numbers that we actually have, and then we're going to tell you some things that you're going to have as expenses, but we won't have numbers for that. We're going to give you the bottom dollar for what we spend on things that are exclusive to the villages.
Right.
The next number, the next largest after that amenity fee, which is $189 for us, is the electric bill. Our electric bill, I took all 12 months. And in fact, I'm going to show you one of our bills here. And our average monthly bill is $162.
Mm-hmm. And the highest is $230.
That was August. That's our air conditioning month, August. Mm-hmm. So $230. And our lowest
was $81.
And that was February.
Yeah.
So it's just exactly what you'd expect. But budget for electric, the bigger your house, the more electric. Mm-hmm. The more gadgets you have, the higher your electric. But we think it's pretty reasonable here. We were paying about $80 a month more for that 5 years ago, 6 years ago in Indiana on budget billing.
Right.
All right, the next highest would be our homeowners insurance. Now, of course, this is going to be depending on the size of your home,
yes,
the amount that you have it insured for. But our homeowners insurance is through Progressive, and it costs us $139 per month on a 1-year average. Okay, all our insurance, by the way, is through the Villages Insurance. They are brokers. They have lots of companies they can sell you. That's who we use. All right, what's our next highest? It's automobile insurance. Now, we were with Progressive for our homeowners insurance, but it got a drastic jump, almost doubled, so we changed companies. Now we're with Auto Owners Insurance / Southern Insurance. Mm-hmm. Again, it's through the villages. Mm-hmm. And our monthly total for auto insurance is $102.
And that's good because we have one car. Some of you may have 2 cars, and that could be a big expense.
Yeah, thank you. That's a good point. Mm-hmm. And remember that you may have a more expensive car. Yeah. You may carry different coverage. This is just us. And we have full coverage on a car that's 7 years old. So that's not too bad. All right, we're just going to go down the list now. Those were the major expenses for our utilities insurance / our water. Now, we have 2 water systems in our home, just like lots of people here in the villages. Not all, but lots. Our irrigation water is one bill, and our potable water is one bill. Our irrigation water costs an average of $30 per month.
Yeah.
Now, we rounded that off. Of course, there are going to be some cents on each one of these bills, but we've rounded it off for you. Our irrigation water is $30 a month. How about our potable water?
Our potable water is $20 a month. So it's more expensive to water your yard than drink water and bathe.
Yeah, well, I mean, and it depends how often you do bathe, you know. But you know, one thing all these things have, the irrigation water, the potable water, your sewer, they have a facility fee. Your electric, I don't like that because, you know, the snowbirds, for example, leave for 6 months, but they're still paying that facility charge, even if they don't use any electricity.
Right.
You know,
just for
but it's part that is also included in these numbers.
Okay.
All right, and sewer. Now, sewer, That's money going down the drain right there.
Literally. No.
Ours, including the facility fee, is $38 a month for sewage here in the villages. Again, the more water you use, the higher that's going to be. We have a garbage fee, and that is also included on the paper that you're seeing there. All these bills, from the amenity fee all the way through water, sewer, garbage, it's included on this bill. And that's $23 a month. I've rounded it off, and that will be right there for you. So each month you're going to get a bill from the district with all those fees on it.
Right.
And ours is set for automatic withdrawal, so we don't pay those individually.
Right. The next one is the newspaper. You don't have to get the newspaper, but I think it's really important here in the villages. It keeps us up to date where we want to go, what we want to see, gives us a lot of opportunities to see the amenities of the villages, and that's $8 a month.
You don't pay it by the month, though. We pay
No,
it annually.
we
We get it
do.
a little cheaper. And I
Yeah.
think you might be able to get it at different prices throughout the year, but we get it for about $95 and
Yes.
$8 a month.
And I love that newspaper.
Another fee that we have, and you may not have it, but if you play golf, you should, is villages.net. That is a way to make your tee times on the computer. You can reserve tee times.
Right.
Very important. Otherwise, you get into a big telephone, press 1 for this, press 5 for this,
Yeah.
and
Gets difficult.
very difficult. Also, now, it's 2024. Everybody has cell phones. Everybody we know. And your plan, it may be through Verizon, it may be through AT&T, it may be through T-Mobile. We have ours through Spectrum. Spectrum is our internet provider. We'll talk about that in a minute. But our 2 cell phones cost a total of $60 per month, $29.95 each through Spectrum. One thing we've recently added we didn't have before was a dental plan. And as we get older and visit the dentist, it seems like the procedures become more costly. So we do pay an average of $50 a month for a dental plan. That's $25 for her, $25 for me.
That's for both of us combined.
And, that allows us to get teeth cleanings and x-rays as part of that, no charge. But then if we get crowns or root canals, we get a discount on those.
Yeah.
And you may or may not have a dental plan. Next is another biggie. This is actually bigger than the ones I gave
Right.
you earlier, and it's Medicare. Medicare Part A and B, the government will withdraw your money for that from your Social Security payment, and ours is $350 a month. It's about $175 for her and $175 for me. If you're single, you can count half of that.
Right.
But $350 a month, you're going to have that charge.
Yeah, and there are some of you that aren't on Medicare yet, but that's what you may be looking for.
That's right. That's at age 65. Now, if you have a supplement, some of you have gone with Advantage plans, you won't have it. We don't have an Advantage plan. We have supplement G, and we find it great. But the thing about G is you must pay a monthly charge. Ours is $356, $178 basically for each one of us. It's a little different. She pays less than I do, but $356.
And that's from AARP for us.
That's a big one. So right there for Medicare A and B and Medicare supplement, you've got $700. So keep that in mind.
Next is prescriptions. We are pretty lucky. We pay $20 a month. I don't have this very much medication to take, so we're pretty lucky. We got $20 a month.
Now, another thing, you may or may not have Plan D, and your Plan D is going to differ. You may pay very little premium if you're healthy and on no medications. It may be $14 a month. Or you may be on some expensive medications and you're paying $75 a month for a Plan D. Ours is, as we said, about $20 a month, and that's each. Property taxes are another huge cost. Now, if you live in a lesser value home, you're going to pay less in property taxes, probably. It depends on a lot of things, your square footage, which county you live in, a lot of different things. Our property taxes per month average $335, and that includes our district fees that are part of that, $335 per month. You've got grass, unless you have a a villa.
A villa, and some of them have rock yards there. But we found a great service, and we're paying $60 a month.
Yeah, but before we found this fellow, we were paying $50 a month.
Yeah.
But 60 is very reasonable. I don't know how they even do it for that, but that's what we pay. If you have a larger yard, corner lot, bigger on the preserve maybe, you're going to pay more than 60. Tree trimming. If you have palm trees, you're going to have them trimmed a little bit. It could be a lot, depending on how many palm trees you have. We don't have very many now. We only have one, basically, and some robolinis. So ours is about $30 a month to trim our palm trees.
Yeah. And they also come and do some fertilization, weeding in our insect prevention company, and that is $50 a month.
That's right. We have Superior Services. They spray for weeds. They spray fertilizer, and they are great when it comes to insecticides. They treat our home inside and out for bugs. That's $50, like she said.
Yeah.
Then in 2024, you can't get along without internet.
Yeah.
You got to have internet.
Gotta have it.
The internet here is $87 a month. That's a lot. That is a lot, but we get ours from Spectrum. I like to find a better deal, but you know our business is uploading things, just like this show. So we need a good, high-speed, powerful internet, and we get it at $87 a month.
Now, also, if you're talking about internet, you also have a different TV shows or different channels you watch, and that's going to vary by household, whatever you watch. You may watch Netflix, you may watch YouTube TV, you may watch Prime Video. So that's another expense to think about.
Yeah, we have not listed it here because we don't know what your likes and dislikes are.
Right.
The last thing on our list of monthly expenses is Trail Pass. What's a Trail Pass? That means it gives you the right to take your golf cart on the golf courses. Otherwise, every time you play, you pay $4 if you take your golf cart. I would pay $4, she would pay $4, even if she's sitting right next to me in the same golf cart.
That's right.
But if you get a Trail Pass, all your golf for the entire year for everybody that lives in your house is paid.
Yeah.
So you're good to go.
I think that's a great discount.
All right, so here we go. The big number. If you add all those together, per month, we're paying $2,158. And that is the number for all of those services. But are we finished? No, we're not finished. So wait. Now, she already mentioned that the internet, that if you have YouTube TV, if you have Showtime, if you have Paramount, if you have Peacock or Hulu or all that stuff, those are different prices. We cannot say. So you're going to have to pencil that in. But remember, we're starting at $2,158, and that's there. Now, most of you will have a bond on your home if you move here. The newer homes have a higher bond than we paid. Ours was about $23,000. And thankfully, the people that owned our house first paid it off.
Yeah, we're very thankful.
Yeah, but you're going to have one. And that's financed over 30 years. So if you have a $30,000 bond, you're not going to pay $30,000 at once. It's going to be divided and amortized over a 30-year period. So you'll have a payment there. You may also have a house payment. You may have a loan with a mortgage.
That's right. And
you're going to have a house payment. You'll have to figure that in. You may have a car payment. Maybe you have a nicer car than we do. Or maybe you have two cars.
And then you're going to have to figure in your gasoline.
That's right. The car payments, your gasoline, that's up to you. We don't know how much you drive.
Your oil.
And we have clothing allowance. We don't know what yours would be. Mine's very cheap. Oh, you know, I wear those Florida shirts all the time, you know, and shorts. So not too much. She doesn't spend a lot on clothes.
I don't buy expensive clothes. I go for bargains, and that way I can buy more.
But, you know, you may want the Tommy Hilfiger, or like my buddy Mike, you might want that the Tommy Bahama or whatever.
He looks pretty sharp in those shirts.
Yeah. So figure your own clothing allowance into there. And if you have root canals or caps or crowns, dentist, that's going to be a big charge.
Yeah.
So make sure you budget in for something like that. And if you go to the doctor and maybe you have an Advantage plan or a different plan than we have, you're going to have co-pays.
Yeah.
and a large out-of-pocket. We don't with that Plan G. That's the beauty of it. It has a small yearly allowance of about $250. Once we spend that out-of-pocket, boom, we don't have anything else.
Right.
But you may. So be sure to figure your co-pays, your out-of-pocket medical expenses.
And some of you may go get your hair cut, which Jerry might need to go pretty soon.
I don't think it's that long. I got a ways to go. And I'm thinking about getting one of those ponytails.
Okay, there you go. Well, some of us still dye our hair, and that happens every 6 weeks or even sooner. Some people get their nails done. I do not do my nails, I do my hair, and that could be costly.
Yeah. So figure that in. And you know, a lady's hair could cost $150.
That's right.
You might be doing it. We heard somebody recently does it every 3 weeks.
Ah.
No.
Yep.
And she's already talked about cable TV. Figure that in. It's going to be a big part of your monthly expenses.
That's right.
Groceries, how could we give you a number? You know, I don't even know what we spend.
It depends. It depends on if you're going to have company, you're going to spend quite a bit. If you're traveling a lot, you may be going out, and you may not have need groceries at home. So it depends on if you like to cook, if you like to have home cooked meals too.
Yeah. So again, we're sorry we can't give you all the numbers. We've given you the ones that we can pretty well define.
Yeah.
For example, your entertainment. Do you go to a lot of plays?
Yes.
Do you go out to eat quite a bit?
Bands, yeah.
You know, it's up to you. We don't know how much and what kind of entertainment. Mm-hmm. Do you drink liquor? Do you go out for a drink at night? You know, that can really add up.
That's right.
You know, if you eat out 3 times a week at a restaurant for dinner, 3 times, you know, that's going to be probably for 2 of you over $150 a week. Mm-hmm. You know, so that's going to be $600 or $800 a month. So if you figure your own on that.
And there's always home improvements. There's always something that you may have to do to improve something, and there's some that you just want to do. So
you might want to replace your carpeting.
Yeah.
You got furnace filters you're going to have to. You're going to have to change light bulbs.
And that's something you have to do.
There are things, reseal the driveway, things that come up that you have to do around the house. We can't predict those,
right.
But you'll want to pay those as well. Also, we have home repairs. You know, maybe your furnace breaks down or your air conditioner. Mm-hmm. Wow, that would be a big expense. You got to be ready for it. You know, it could happen anytime your TV goes down. You need a new television. Mm-hmm. So you're going to have some expenses. Again, we can't predict those, and we don't even try. And are you a cruiser? Do you like to go on vacations? Yeah. Are you going on a Viking River cruise? Are you going to fly to London? Yeah. You know, all that is expensive. So you'll want to budget for that if it's something that you want to do.
Absolutely.
It's hard for us to predict.
Mm-hmm. Well, and also, not even speaking to this, there are people that are snowbirds, and then you have expenses of both homes. So that's a whole nother story. Mm.
But basically what we gave you was what we spend that we can totally put our finger on every month. Mm-hmm. You know, we showed you that electric bill. It goes way up, way down. $230 all the way down to $81.
Yes,
you know, so hard to predict, but we've given you kind of a ballpark. Hopefully you can see that those bills really, for us, didn't change much from what we were paying in Indiana.
Yeah.
Our water bill's cheaper here.
And electric.
Our electric bill's much cheaper here.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you'll see, I think you'll find that the entertainment is going to be something that's more expensive.
That is because we're on the go. And that's what the Village is all about. Going and having a good time and enjoying the friendships here in the Villages.
Yeah. So that main list of ours was $2,158. And honestly, the things we would add on that we talked to you about are going to be more than that.
Yeah.
But we can't predict them for you. So we hope that was helpful. Again, if you're a viewer and your experience differed from what we told you, write it in the comments. Mm-hmm. Let us know, you know, how much your taxes are, or how much you pay in on your bond, or how much your root canals cost. How much did you have to set aside for this or that? And you'll help newcomers that come in here kind of get their budget ready in their head before they pull the trigger. Mm-hmm. Not really pull the trigger, but, you know, before they make a decision.
That's right. That's right. If you liked our video today, please press that like and subscribe button and share it with all your friends. Until next time.
See you when you get here.